Carbon monoxide is one of the most difficult gases to detect because of its lack of both odor and color. These characteristics make the gas nearly impossible for a person to notice before they start feeling the extremely negative effects of it, such as headaches, weakness, nausea, and even death. In recent years, the issue of carbon monoxide poisoning has greatly increased due to the significant amount of consumer products that are capable of producing it. CO is produced almost every time something burns. Furnaces, stoves, fireplaces, water, heaters, clothes dryers, motor vehicles, and tobacco smoke can all emit carbon monoxide. The average American either owns one of these necessary household items or has come into contact with the smoke emitted from them. As technology progresses, the chances of CO poisoning increases. This pattern is shown in data from the National Fire Protection Association, which is a leading resource for anything involving fire and electrical hazards. In 2010, the U.S. Fire Department reported over 80,000 incidents in which carbon monoxide was found, or about 9 calls each hour. This is an enormous increase from the amount of carbon monoxide-related incidents in earlier years. For example, in 2003, only 40,000 incidents were reported to the fire department. This increase could be due to a number of factors: increased vehicle use, appliance technology, or even an increase in the amount of people using a carbon monoxide detector. The fact that more and more people are buying and utilizing carbon monoxide detectors is a big step in the right direction. However, there are many shortcomings of these detectors. The most obvious issue is that they are simply alerting a homeowner of the problem, rather than working proactively to fix it. And, by the time the detector picks up on the presence of the gas, it might be too late for the inhabitants because they would have already been affected at least slightly. This period of time in which the CO is not detected is especially dangerous to those who are already in a weakened state. For instance, pregnant women, the elderly, and infants can be more severely affected by the smaller amount of the gas. According to the CDC, or Center for Disease Control and Prevention, the death rates were the most significant for male and female adults aged 65 or older. Another issue with the current detectors is the fact that they don't do anything to minimize or eliminate the carbon monoxide once it's detected. This is especially alarming for infants or people with physical disabilities because they might not be able to get away from the affected areas without help from others. All of these factors indicate a need for a device that will work to both detect and eliminate carbon monoxide in order to maintain safety in homes and garages. Our solution to this chemical poisoning will work with a carbon monoxide detector and will consist of a housing made of plexiglass that is held together by adhesives and wood, a box fan, and a filter for the carbon monoxide. Essentially, the detector will send a signal to the box fan. The box fan will turn on and begin to extract the carbon monoxide poisoned air out of the living space. The air will then be inside our plexiglass housing and be forced through a titanium dioxide coated filter. This filter will neutralize the carbon monoxide in the air and push it back out of the housing and into the living space. The cycle will continue until the carbon monoxide level in the air is no longer detectable by the detector.
My mama called, see you on TV. Sunset done changed. Ever since we was on, I dreamed it all. Ever since I was young, they said I won't be nothing. Now they always say congratulations. Worked so hard, forgot how to vacation. They ain't never had to.
Our initial design sprouted from an innovation we read about in a competition that had to do with launchable fire retardants. Our design for a carbon monoxide neutralizer will work efficiently and effectively to detect and dispose of the hazard. Our proposed product will offer a safer and more productive alternative to the average carbon monoxide detector. It will initially act just as a normal detector by emitting an alarm when a harmful amount of CO is present. However, it will then go a step further by funneling the carbon monoxide into an enclosed area through the use of a fan. Once in the container, the carbon monoxide will be forced through a filter made of titanium dioxide and particles of platinum. Once the CO molecules react with the titanium dioxide, it will be transformed into carbon dioxide molecules, which are not dangerous to humans. This will ensure the safety of the inhabitants, even if they are unable to leave the area quickly. In this way, infants, the elderly, and even the average person would be sufficiently alerted of the problem. But they would not have to worry about leaving the house quickly or suffering from the dangerous effects of the hazard. Alarms and detectors are useful, but in a time period of progress and technological advancement, there is a higher speed for proactive and efficient solutions.